So, after last week's stunning display of pomp and pageantry, all eyes are now on the younger members of the royal family as they gear up for their roles in the new royal era. The Princess of Wales put in a special surprise appearance for Eurovision last night. Let's have a quick listen. Along with their parents, George and Charlotte and Louis are also taking on a bigger role as they begin to partake in royal duties, representing the firm's future. So joining me now is Richard Fitzwilliams, royal commentator. Richard, there, you heard my intro there, talking about the younger royals. Are they actually, stepping up to the plate already?
Well, I think one of the problems, and this is something that King Charles is going to have to deal with, as we saw in the first set of photographs, which was released after the highly successful coronation weekend, we saw there were 12 working members of the royal family, of which only 4 were below the age of 70. So this does raise the point. Firstly, you showed a charming clip of William and Catherine, and also, of course, George and Charlotte and Louis, and they played a role of one sort or another in the different days during the coronation weekend. I mean, it was wonderful to see George as a page of honour, but it is obviously going to be a long time before any of them are able to participate in royal engagements actively. And this does mean that, firstly, the Waleses are the future of the monarchy. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But secondly, who's going to take up all these hundreds of patronages at the moment, which are at the moment vacant, which used to have, say, the Duke of Edinburgh, the Queen, King Charles when Prince of Wales, or indeed Andrew?
I'm interested in how William and Catherine handle the limelight on their 3 children, because at the moment they're pictured on these, they've been at these nice outdoor events, obviously at the coronation itself, but then doing outdoor events, helping out with things, smiling for the camera, getting on, tasting some s'mores, I think Prince Louis was doing, for example. These are all quite simple things. When they start to get into their adolescence, how does the royal family handle that?
Oh, I think there's absolutely no question that you've not only got youth, but also adolescents, that they have a right to privacy. So what you do, you balance the amount of exposure. I mean, Catherine, for example, probably take a photograph on birthdays. You'll see them on Christmas cards, and you would see them, as you have from time to time, in recent full-scale royal events. But so far as the average day-to-day activities are concerned, I mean, the spotlight is ferocious, we know that, and privacy comes first. And I think William and Catherine have been absolutely exemplary in that. But in adolescence, that isn't likely to change that much. And also remember that going on to university and so forth, as William and Catherine at St Andrews were, their privacy was guarded. So you will see the same as you would naturally expect to for any student. Of course, they're not anybody, but it's so important that they have as normal an adolescence and childhood as possible.
Yes, it must be hard at the age they're at the moment to understand truly their position in society. Thank you very much indeed for joining me, Richard Fitzwilliam, their royal commentator. Thank you very much indeed.